As I just mentioned in the previous slide, most of our clients will focusing in these four areas in using BIM for analytics, such as for quality. We have some clients doing the BIM audit reports for the submission to the owners so that they can ensure the quality, such as the parameters or such as the material is correct. And also, we have some customer, they can input the cost information into the Power BI reports for doing the quantity takeoff or estimating. And as I said, for operation maintenance, some of our clients can make use of a report to embed it into their system so that we can link to the equipment so that they don't need to know how to use Revit or Power BI. They can easily to extract the information for particular equipment for its related BIM models. And also, for example, like photos, specifications, user manuals for that equipment for doing the maintenance or the predictive maintenance for bulk ordering. And the last area, which is another hot topic, will be the environmental and sustainability readiness, that we can input the regulations such as carbon emission control or LEED into the report so that they can ensure the model is compliant with these regulations. One of the typical example from one of our client called Marriott Property Developer, I think it's well known as a hotel operator, hotel owners. And in the past, without using Vim Power BI reports, what architect or consultant propose, they just take it. But for after they use the Vim Power BI reports, in this scenario, you can see when the architect claimed they were 90% completed in the project, but after reviewing through this Power BI reports by Vim, they turned it out only about 50% done. So by using the Power BI reports, the owner or the developers or general contractors will be very straightforward by just looking at the report and get the information correctly and uncover all the issues in a simple report without knowing how to use Revit or any BIM application or any Power BI applications. And with the straightforward reports, they can uncover the issue. And for this scenario, Mara said they save about $200K dollars in 20 minutes. I think this is just a typical example why our client, like owners or developers or even the general contractor, using our Vim technology to streamline the process for making the right decisions. If you know how to use Power BI reports, if you look at this slide, I think you understand this is Power BI reports. This is the out-of-the-box Power BI reports recreated for our clients by converting, by creating through the Vim models that we convert from Revit or IFC. So this report we call mechanical quick view Power BI reports. We can just focusing on the mechanical discipline of the BIM models, and we put the Vim visualization modeling into the Power BI reports as at the top right hand corner. So you can quickly identify the elements you would like to see through different work sets, different categories, different systems, different levels and different and related quantities with the related parameters and instances. So in few seconds, you can filter it out the elements you would like to discuss with the visualization model on the top right hand corner. In this Power BI reports, you can even download it to your local laptop or desktop for doing some customization by adding more information you would like to have on this report, and create your own report and put it back to the Vim Cloud or your Vim server. So it's really flexible, and some of our clients, they know how to use Revit, they know how to use Power BI, but they don't really have time to start from scratch or zero to build the Power BI reports because they're very busy. They need to deal with the BIM model, right? So they really like our technology because they just need to customize it based on our template we built already, and then they can customize it, which saves them a lot of time for getting the Power BI reports for their analytics for their own use. So this is another very important value proposition that our client told us, for especially for doing like auditing or model checking. As I mentioned earlier in my PowerPoint, some of our clients, they will use our Vim our Power BI reports for doing quantity takeoff by inputting some information such as cost information from Excel spreadsheets or .csv files. So in this slide, you can see they can easily input the cost information or even the supply information and then map to each of the columns related to the elements easily. So for this report, you can do like a quantity takeoff with the cost data or even doing some estimating. This is another example of the Power BI report we out of the box ready for our client to use regarding the quality audit. As complex as this model we show you in this PowerPoint, we can easily identify the elements you would like to check whether they are using the a particular fabrics or metals that you can really check it. In few seconds, you can filter it and pick the elements in the model you would like to check. And without knowing how to use the BIM or Power BI, and without loading the whole model like graphic model or Navisworks to do the communication, you can simply just use the report and then just do the communications for the checking. And also, you can just copy the link of the Power BI reports into your email or social media, and the people you would like to share the report can simply just click the link and then they can open the reports in the web browser. So it's relatively streamlined the process for the people for doing this kind of quality auditing without really loading up the BIM model or Navisworks or to just loading up the straightforward reports for communications and also for making decisions. I mentioned about sustainability readiness, right? This is the particular typical reports with the sustainability readiness. You can input the formulas like leads or carbon emission control like EC3s, and we can create a report that we can ensure the model is compliance with these regulations from different perspectives, mapping to the model. Also, you can also, this is one of the example of the Power BI reports we create for the clients that we can detect the EC3 materials, whether it's compliant with the carbon emission control regulations. And some of our clients can even input the cost and supply information so that you can compare the different supplier performance. Sometimes the lowest price supplier may not be the best fit, right? Probably the mid-range supplier has the best performance for the compliance of the EC3s. So this is the report that you can straightforward to understand the information correctly without knowing how to use the BIM or Power BI and without getting the information from different siloed areas, right? In one report, you can see everything. As I mentioned, some of our clients, they already have facility management systems or building operation maintenance systems. In this scenario, we have a client that they have a model for buildings. They're using the Vim Power BI reports. They have some IoT device, and then they can embedded our Power BI reports into their building operating systems, so that they can easily to get, for example, as simple as like lightning bulbs. Probably they can easily get through the Power BI report and get the information about not only the 3D model, but also it related specifications, user manuals, or even photos so that they can make decisions for when they should have a bulk ordering for predictive maintenance. Because probably they have a different shopping mall in different cities. They can see, oh, if I order this light bulbs, probably in coming months, different shopping malls, they need to change too. So they can make use of this Power BI reports for doing this analytics, for doing something like I mentioned is like a predictive maintenance. I think that's it for my presentation, for my sections, and thank you very much for attending this webinar. And I will hand over to our head of products, Sam, for another sections, and he is going to show you some of our Power BI reports and the value proposition and how we help our clients during their project development cycle in using this kind of BIM analytics. So thank you very much. See you soon.